What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Crypto.com is the topic of conversation for this video. We're taking a look at, in particular, the sponsorship deals coming out of it and why we're seeing some pretty substantial amounts of money moving into Crypto.com. Also, we want to take a look at Crocoin and why I think this is an undervalued coin right now and could be one of those big ones come the next bull run. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give it a like on the video if you are a Cro supporter, and let's get into it. So, $135.7 million worth of volume currently going through Crypto.com in the last 24 hours, $3.2 billion. And why do I reference this? This isn't changing that much. If anything, we are seeing it slightly move up, and I'm going to tell you a little bit why. Now, remember, we're talking billions and millions of dollars when it comes to this, but in particular, we are seeing these assets pretty hold stable when it comes to Crypto.com, as opposed to, say, as an example, Binance, where we've seen roughly $20 billion removed out of Binance in the last couple of weeks. So pretty insane. If we take a look at where Cro is on the global market, you can see we're just 0.34% up, heading back up to that kind of 853 billion mark that we got post CPI data. But as we come down, you can see that Crocoin is down here at the 28th highest ranked cryptocurrency, up 2% on the 24 hours. We are seeing volume slightly down in terms of the actual Crocoin, not particularly the exchange, but our market cap up, and it is outperforming currently at Bitcoin, and it's 5 cents right now. That's absolutely crazy. When we take a look at the more technicals, we have minted a couple of green candles on the daily chart. You can see versus a lot of the rest of the market in the last 24 hours is holding up nearly 2% in the green. Now, we saw a lot of price action with Cro. We saw this massive sell-off as people started to talk about whether it was going to go liquid, and it's kind of a new thing in crypto. Whatever day it is, we find another exchange that, you know, we can kind of argue about. One of the other ones recently had a technical issue, an IT issue. Everyone said it was going insolvent. So pretty crazy when we think about it. But we have just witnessed Argentina lift the World Cup with a huge backing and sponsorship from Crypto.com, and I think ultimately they got it right. Why is it important to think about that? Well, it's accessibility for new users. Now, right now, in the midst and bits of this bear market, where we've seen FTX collapse, we've seen a couple of exchanges collapse, no one's really coming into cryptocurrency. We're not seeing that influx of people, but when they are going to come in, who are they going to come with? Who are they going to remember? And ultimately, when we see these big sporting events, we can take a look at some of the sponsorship deals sat with Crypto.com. So you can see here, the Crypto.com Arena, which is basketball, or what was the Staples Center, $700 million deal. Also, $25 million with an Australian Football League, multi-million dollar sponsorships with the Formula One and the UFC. And ultimately, what does that bring? Accessibility in terms of people and users. Now, this will only really come to fruition when we see the next bull market, and I think it's important to reference that. Crypto.com, for me, are in it for the long haul. We saw Chris Marszalek come out, the CEO, and say, you know, everything's fine, we're audited, we are absolutely, you know, transparent in terms of what we're doing. What I think they're doing is playing a very sensible game in terms of marketing and ultimately thinking 2, 3, 4 years down the line as opposed to next week. Now, what I wanted to bring you here, just to give you some confidence, I guess, a little bit in Crypto.com, is we can take one of these top performing wallets. In fact, we can take quite a number of these wallets. This is, you can see 90703. If we come over to the exchange here and check out Crypto.com, you'll see the top USD and Ethereum wallets and 90703, so we can confirm that these are those. And what's really interesting is total received over 2 million ETH, which is $2.3 billion, and actually total sent 1.7 million. So you can see there that net value is going up. People are moving big amounts in. That's over $300 billion moved into Crypto.com, which I always think is very, very interesting. Obviously, the volume and transaction fees and all that kind of going through does obviously skew this a little bit. And then we can see the ETH wallet, which is 3AACB. Again, you can come over here, sorry, the Shiba Inu wallet, 3AACB. And again, we can confirm that we are seeing total received is more than total sent, which I think is important to reference. Now, don't forget, Crypto.com has its own DeFi wallet that people can use, so we can see it moving into the exchange and then into those. But people are moving into Crypto.com. If you take someone like Binance, and I'm not saying Binance is insolvent, I'm not saying that, but people right now are absolutely choosing using with their crypto, and Crypto.com feels like one of the winners right now as people move into it. Lots of big partnerships, lots of potential for the future. And like I said, the Crow coin for me could be an incredibly undervalued coin. When you join the exchange, Crow coin is the one thing that you can see an opportunity with, and ultimately you can use it to make passive income, whatever you want to call it. And I think Crypto.com in the future could be a pretty insane play. People are going to talk about this for a long time. When we see big sporting events, Crypto.com is going to get a sentiment in the market. It's going to be very, very interesting to see where new users go. But Crow coin, Crypto.com, definitely going to be an interesting one. But let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of Crypto.com? Do you use it? I'm really interested to know how you feel about it. As ever, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date with everything going on in the world of cryptocurrency. I'll see you guys in the next one.